Yeah.
What
Yeah.
up? What up? What up? It's your boy Brick City's finest, JD Williams and Dave. We back with another No Country. We just checking in with y'all. Actually, today we gonna go ahead and do a quick review of Bullet Train, starring
Yes.
Brad Pitt. I'm trying to think who else can we talk about because it's a lot of surprise cameos in it.
Yeah.
Actually,
I don't know if any surprises because a lot of them were in the trailers, but man, it
yeah,
was
it was
full
a lot
of
of
it was
a
a
lot of
lot.
people.
It was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. So we'll get into that as we go on. But like we said, starring Brad Pitt. Dave, what's good? Before we get into the movie, how you doing, bro? You know what's up? Oh yeah, y'all don't forget to go ahead and hit them subscribes real quick while we do this.
Subscribe,
We gonna wait a
like,
second.
follow, all of that.
Did you hit it?
Bang. Dude,
Did y'all hit the subscribes?
y'all better stop playing,
The
dog.
likes, the like, hit the like.
Bro, it's
Okay,
not that hard.
all right. I bet you hit the like button. Anyway, go ahead.
You like us? Just show us you like us.
All right.
Mm.
Anyway, so we going in on this movie right
Mhm.
here, which is apropos because it doesn't fourth wall break, but damn near it's kind of meta. So it's like a Deadpool movie, but it is in a Deadpool universe, obviously.
Yeah, it gotta
So
be.
yeah, so and let's get into it. Bullet Train, starring Brad Pitt, is about a guy who's basically some type of assassin slash fixer, but he has a more peaceful way of life that he's trying to get into. He ends up going into this mission on this train where he has to recover this case, and then all of this other intertwining characters and assassins start going for the case, and everybody's mission kind of overlaps. And there's a bunch of interesting characters. You know, it kind of has that Smoking Aces kind of feel, mixed with a little bit of Crank and some other stuff, right? Deadpool, like we
Uh,
said,
yeah,
and things like
yeah.
that. And yeah, and he has to basically all he wants to do basically is get off the train. And yeah, so but he can't for all types of reasons.
Yeah.
Dave, man, what you think of the movie, man?
Man, first off, shout out to Stacks on the Boards
Hey,
as usual,
money
making
dicks.
making the life of a miserable slub like me better.
Okay.
She was out of town at the time. Matter of fact, in a different country. She was in Canada, and
Mhm.
we set up an international date night to go see this joint. We watched it at the exact same time. Only she was
Nice.
in Canada, I was in Georgia. She was
All right.
fire. But beyond that, I love this shit. I
Mm-hmm.
really I really felt like this shit was like a really top notch exam. Like, so over the years, you remember how much we used to go to the movies. I have free shit to the movies, whatever, whatever. But it gets expensive as time goes on. So my last, couple decades, it's usually been reserved for date night and like stuff with the kids. And so this one was something that it was like we were just trying to find something that was out that we could see at the same time and that we both were interested in. So we picked this. Kind of had diminished expectations. This shit was fire. It was like a live action anime. And if you know us, you know that's kind of what we're looking for. It's Brad Pitt in his self-deprecating best. It's David Leitch, who is behind the John Wick and the Deadpool franchises, giving us that same kind of energy mixed into one movie. And then, like you were saying, what was the comparison you made before?
Crank,
Crank.
Crank,
And then another
Deadpool,
one.
John Wick, and yeah, I think that's what I don't know, but we going to
Something else.
back up.
Oh, I know one that I've thought of, Kung Fu Hustle, just with the comedy
Hmm.
and just the
Well,
zany
I would say
comedy.
the vibrancy of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I could feel that when you say that. And
Yeah.
into the film, like as it went, like they let a lot of this is one thing that alluding to what you were saying in the first place. I could
Mhm.
definitely see you writing this.
Yo,
I could
I was like,
totally see
there
you
was a lot of
writing
that.
this.
I was like,
Like
okay, that was.
this is like to me, this is like totally like your style of writing. Like it reminds me of like all the scripts, like all the old ones we used to write, The Quiet, or just things like that just like more stylized. Obviously we got to give a shout
Yeah,
out to Robert Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because it's a lot of that. Just coolness going on.
A little
Um,
bit of John Woo in there, a little bit of.
yeah. So it was. I thought it was a good like I said, it was a good take. It's like finding niches and finding character traits in things for a reason, like a non-spoiler. One of the characters' main caveats was that he didn't want to shoot a gun. He didn't want to pick up a gun.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And obviously that trope has been done before, but he was like, no, I'm gonna use it, but I'm gonna do it differently.
I told you I told you what I loved about that, and I told you what I thought was the selling point for Brad Pitt. They did the reverse Chekhov's gun. If you know anything about, performing arts and theatrical training, you understand the Chekhov's gun reference and how
right.
they use it and subvert it, and then the whole movie is like the ripple effect from him not choosing that. So they do it without doing it. It's pretty ill. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that shit. Man.
Yeah.
And I
And
didn't know it was a novel too. So it's based on something that was already probably structured in a way that set them up for greatness.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and if especially throughout that way, if they kept it honest, because when you think about it, everything that could happen to him did happen. You know,
Yeah,
people that
100.
was people that was looking for him automatically found him. If he had to get hurt, he got hurt. If he had to get, if something was going to happen to him, it pretty much happened.
Yeah,
So, and yeah, and then it was like I said, they I think they told the fine line between just saying, okay, well, he could just get away with anything. They found
yeah,
a way out of those
yeah,
situations,
yeah. I think they did it a service while making like the where we mentioned smoking aces also as a influence.
That was the one.
Just kind of being able to encompass all those different things and then give it all one kind of hanging point for everything to make more sense as it goes on. I think that was a credit to the writing too. It
Yeah.
was an easy way to do some shit we kind of seen before, but also like bring something new to it.
Well,
Um,
let's talk about some of the characters.
okay.
Let's talk about yeah. So obviously we got Brad Pitt, like we said. Dave said he had his
Ladybug.
the ladybug, right? That was his title, self-deprecating, best, trying to woosah himself into some type of peace. And that kind of just keeps him level the whole movie. Like he never really gets mad about anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
That was yeah.
and like I said, that is totally a character. You were right, bro. Like this is just the way this person is. Like I get that.
But I mean, that's a Brad Pitt thing. I don't even know if I would have wrote him so like trying to be chill.
He might not have been the main character, but you
Probably
definitely
might. Yeah, right. Yeah,
so he has a secret voice reveal that they don't tell you who it is on the phone that he
right.
talks to until the very end. On the train, we run into my man who played Kick Ass. What was his name again, Dave?
Aaron
Aaron
Taylor.
Taylor. Yeah, and y'all know he been in the
He sound like a black dude.
he got in the Godzilla. He was in Godzilla. Well, he was doing that accent, and that's another thing. He murked off too. He killed it. He did an excellent job. Him and Brad Pitt had some great actions. I think that fight scene with them, the action scenes with them, was pretty good.
This is the best performance of his I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I mean, yeah, I
I've
guess
seen him
so.
in a few things because the first
Yeah,
couple kick asses and then Godzilla, which my opinion about that shit, and Tenet, few other things, and this is the first time I've been like, oh yeah, I fucks with this dude. Like
yeah,
he got his shit off. He got it
yeah.
off.
He got that one. Yeah, I think that I agree with you. I think this is the best performance of his that I've seen too. It's definitely my
Yeah,
favorite. It's definitely my favorite one. I'll give
for
him
sure,
that.
for sure.
So also we have my man with the three first names.
Like a serial killer. Even though he do be serially killing shit because he's Paperboy on Atlanta, and then
Right.
he did his thing in Eternals, despite however that one came off.
Right.
And every time I see him, he kills it. In this, it was no different. Brian Tyree Henry, he played what was his
Henry
name?
Tyree, Brian Tyree Henry,
Just like Jenga with the names.
Henry
Brian Henry,
Tyree.
Brian Tyree
But he the
Henry.
man though. He
Brian,
the man though.
yeah, he
Definitely.
killed it. He
Yep.
got his shit off in this a lot.
Yeah. Definitely.
He had one of my favorite scenes with the OG, triple OG Brad Pitt on there.
Yeah.
So
I think
yeah,
Brad Pitt had a great single solo scenes with everybody
yeah, man.
in there
Brad Pitt is dope, man. Brad
actually.
Pitt is dope.
Oh, and that's another reason why I keep alluding to the way, and this we both do this, but that you know how we write the dialogue pieces? That's
Mhm.
that feels like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think
Yeah,
yeah, like the setup, you know what I'm saying?
it's
So it was
stylized.
a dialogue piece in a certain way too.
It's stylized. Yeah, definitely. That's why I liked it a lot because it's stylized, but it's that kind of like, it's that chewy scenery type shit where like any actor is gonna want to say this shit and keep it in the context of the scene because it's not the way you would typically say stuff. It was,
Right.
it was fire, man. I really
Oh,
enjoyed it.
Logan Lerman had a little part in there. He was in there.
Yeah, yeah,
Not a
yeah. He
little
was
part,
in there.
not a little part, but he was in
Bad
there
Bunny.
on
Bad
the
Bunny
low.
caught a body. I didn't know nothing really about him before this movie, but he caught a body.
He did his thing, went in
I
there
enjoyed him in that.
hardcore. Yep. Like I
I
I
enjoyed him.
almost didn't recognize him.
Yeah,
Zazzy Beats
Zazzy. Oh,
came
Zazzy.
through.
Yo, this is my. This is one A. No, what? This is one B to her as Domino.
Hmm.
I've enjoyed those two performances of hers, and then in the same world, in the same universe, like you said, pretty equally.
And damn it, my man who plays Zod,
Michael Shannon.
Michael
He
Shannon.
got,
Yep.
yeah, he pops off in there. Yeah,
Yep.
he
Shannon
always
came
pops
through.
off. He always pops
Shannon
off, man.
came through. And my man who played the Asian grandfather, I can't remember
Ah,
his name.
I don't remember his name either, but he
And
always is the truth when he shows up.
yeah, we're gonna
Um,
have to Google that. And
Louis
my
Tan. Louis Tan also from Warrior. He's in there too. I
yeah,
didn't recognize him till
well,
late. I was
his face was covered up the whole time,
It
basically.
was, but I was like, oh, that's my man. That's my man, yo. I fucks with Louis Tan, man. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, man, and it was a great movie. Because some stuff like I seen movies recently and that you're like, oh, it's a good movie, but I this ain't for the movies. That was
Sonata,
such.
excuse me, Sonata. That was his name, Hiroki Sonata.
Yes, that's his name, Hiroyuki Sanada. Yes,
Yep,
he's brilliant in this joint,
hmm
as usual. But this was a movie to see in the movie, to experience in a theater. That whole installation piece feel, they got that. They
right,
killed it. It was. I enjoyed it, and it
yeah,
was so what it was supposed to be. They didn't subvert you and hit you with some other shit. It
right,
was like what you got in the trailer was what this was, and then some. And
right.
I enjoyed it a lot. I
True
enjoyed
that,
it a
true
lot.
that, true
This
that.
is that's
Anybody
my
else?
favorite movie of the year
It,
so far.
so it's a movie.
Yeah,
So anybody
that.
else that we mentioned, it'll probably be kind of a spoiler. So I guess we'll just let everybody
Yeah,
else go see
yeah.
it. But there's more. There's like at least three to four more people.
There's a couple dope
Yeah.
cameos in there. So yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
y'all go check it out. Like we said, it was an enjoyable, fun romp.
Right,
What do
right.
we call them? Uh, ah, the rabble rouse.
Yo, that shit was a caper joint, yo. It was just a
Yeah.
crazy, fun joint. It's something to not take too serious. Oh, but I'm gonna tell y'all now, we gotta warn y'all, it's got a little bit of the ultra violence in there. Shout out to Stanley Kubrick and Clockwork Orange. It's some shit in there that if you ain't prepared for it visually, you might, because I know
Yeah.
a lot of people be squeamish and be like, I ain't trying to see that. So I'm gonna tell you now,
Yeah.
it's some heavy, you know,
If you've seen Deadpool, then you can
precisely.
take
If
yeah,
you
you can take
did get
that. You can take
Deadpool and
that.
you got through it for that, you'll enjoy this.
Yeah, yeah. So rating, my man. What you got?
Bro, on some real shit, I throw this at 8.5. It was just
Okay.
really fun, and I dug it, and I want to see it again. Like I can't wait till I see it again.
Let me see. I know it's an 8 or above, easy, right? So now I'm just trying to fine tune that scale because I'm like, didn't find enough wrong with it. You know what I'm saying?
It,
Like
it, it was
it was
plenty
stuff.
wrong with it.
No, it
Those
was stuff. Yeah, it was stuff that I'd be like, but then, like I said, it's stuff that you don't linger on. You don't stay mad at. You know what I'm saying? It's like you
for me,
moving
it just
the
embodied
movie
what it
along.
was supposed to be so well. Like it wasn't supposed to be no more than what it was, and it was perfect in that lane.
Yeah, and so yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with an 8.3. I'm giving it an
Okay.
8.3. definitely, because I did enjoy it a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Sure.
I was
So
I was cheesing all through that shit.
there we go, y'all. Bullet Train. It's
Bullet the train.
enjoyable. It's raucous and it's bombastic. It's a fun, good time. Go check it out. It got a couple surprises in it, and yeah, I recommend. Dave recommends.
Percent.
If you, we gonna recommend it to you with these thumbs. Y'all hit the thumbs down, thumbs up down there.
Stop playing, man. Hit the likes, bro. Stop
You know what I'm
playing.
saying? And make sure
You know
y'all
your logo.
subscribed and all of that stuff. You know what they be saying, the notifications, all that stuff they say. We got the store with the merch. You can cop some of that if you want to. And we're gonna be back with another No Country soon. Check out some of the other ones we had up previously. Go back and look at them. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get it, y'all, next time. No Country. Y'all know what it is. Peace.